Congratulations on entering the final round of Staying Up Late Champions. When you're lying in bed, you can't fall asleep. I also happened to brush this episode of Wilderness Building by then your kid is picking it up again. Today, I guess, old baby's phone battery should be around 55%. Crick, if I'm right. If you don't guess correctly, take a photo and send it to the comment area. Now put your left foot around your neck, please. Let's get straight to today's topic. Frey. It has been snowing heavily in Erdrod for a day and a night. The sky is white. Even the distant mountains have lost their edges and corners. Only undulating snow lines remain. Looming under the thousand grey sky, one step at a time. It's Bradshaw and his dog. Snow-white deer divide the bleak jungle in two. It seems to extend to the end of the world. When I was tired of walking, I found a place to live. Stop and take a break. I got some dog food for Zhao Hei. He pulls out the leg of lamb. Place on a tree. Certainly. There are more important things before dealing with him. Wife takes out sentences and starts cleaning up the surrounding. He plans to build again to survive. Shelter tonight. The thick snow on the ground also needs to be cleaned up a little. And the surrounding dense, collected dead trees are just as good as building materials. He launched because of the ancestral peerless knowledge, Iron Mountain. In 3 or 2 strokes, you get a whole bunch of sturdy tree poles. Bradshaw jumped first. The thickest frame is shot between the 2 trees, and with the help of wild iron nails, everything becomes a lot easier. 3 under 5, divided by 2. Let him build a solid, triangular framework. Shredded ice flowers congealed in the cold air, shining on the branches. The white breath of the old man blends with the cold air in the forest. He rubbed his red hands together. Keep working hard. Where to go next? This is coarser lumber. At this moment, the big black dog ran over. I want Bradshaw to play with him. He had to put down what he was doing and perfunctory. Then the treated original timber will be laid. On the side column, add another wild hemp rope to fix. It becomes a solid wall. But he didn't do it to build a hut. They give shelter to the campfire. After all, in this extremely cold weather of -20 degrees, a vigorous campfire. Not only can it dispel the biting chill, more courage to fight against darkness and beasts. After he was done, Lao Bu quickly went to the dead tree and scraped a little thin. Then a warm bonfire rises by the wall. Wholesale rattling burning. The sound is especially clear in the silent snow forest. Jumping firelight, reflecting his cheeks, purple with cold. Also, the surrounding snow is plated with a warm rime. Subsequently, Bradshaw filled himself with a pot of white snow. I planned to boil a pot of hot tea to warm up. He hoisted the teapot with a rope above the flame. Are we saying this is really reliable? But old Boo can't care about these at the moment. He laid the remaining timber in sequence above the tripod. Then put on a blanket. I plan to use it as my own big bed. Lying down for a test is also very pleasant. Hurry up for the big black dog underground. Of course, such a structure is not enough to protect against the wind and snow. So Boo took out his tarp. Prepare to make a simple tent. Simply lay it next to the bed. Then use wooden sticks and chicken blood to fill the bottom rock. Rockstone. Pull the top open again and you have a lot of space. Seemingly simple process. It actually took a lot of time. The night is completely caged, without realizing it. Cover this snow forest. The bright grey heavenly eye was completely suppressed, gradually devouring the light around. The wind seems colder in the well forest. Wrapped in shredded blood. Whining past the shelter, Bradshaw had no choice but to build a small chair on the ground first. And then we put on 2 orange camping lights. The light shines on the snow, through the lamp. Light plate shaking under the head. It also adds some warmth to this lonely blood. He doesn't plan to toss too much tonight, so he took out 2 bags of jade vegetables directly. Throw it into the pot and heat it up and wait. Period. The wife is fiddling with the wood chips. Just add a little charcoal and burn slowly. Soon, it will become a practical spoon. After finishing the jade dishes, it just happened to be hot. Lao Bu can't wait to take a bite first. The rich soup envelops the aroma of the ingredients. Instantly explodes in the mouth. The frozen taste buds are like campfires lit. Wake up again. He let out a sigh of satisfaction. Pour a bowl for the dog, by the way. The two of them enjoyed themselves in the wind and snow. To eat and drink, he went out and collected enough wood. This is the key to Lei getting through tonight. Old Cloth placed the neat yards of wood next to the campfire. Make sure you don't run out of fuel at night. Then take off your boots, hanging by the fire to bake. When he was done, he got into the bed covered with blankets. The big black dog is also obediently holding by the campfire. Seems to be doing something about warmth and beauty of bones. The next day, Lao Bu was awakened by the cold wind and snow. The bonfire on the ground has long been extinguished. Fortunately, the boots are also completely dry. He quickly got up and took the little black dog out for a walk. Nearby, I found a string of corners bigger than my palm. I don't know what animal left behind. After a night of blizzard, the trunks are covered with glittering verges. It's like being in an ancient fairy tale world. After exploring the old cloth, he immediately went home to ignite the ditch, and made a more reliable wooden hook for the teapot. Then he remembered his frozen leg of lamb. Then take it home, hanging directly from the campfire with wire. The orange-red flame greedily licks the skin. The oil slowly seeps out along the muscle texture, dripping on the coals and making a sizzling sound. Bursts of hot smoke with the aroma of meat roast. It's 12 degrees below zero. Lao Bu made himself a cup of hot tea and waited quietly. By the way, I will refine the spoon from last night. The verge on the tree under the appointed sunlight. The slope snaps against with a crisp sound. New big black dog vigilant tree paint. Ears quietly recede. After finishing the old cloth, bring the long-cherished syrup, like painting on the white snow. Then I tasted it with ice and snow. Sweet syrup mixed with Shirley's cold, on the tip of the tongue, with the unique purity of the mountains. Let his tired mental position, a group of big black dogs also came over. Stick out your tongue and lick it. Seems to be right about this too. Satisfied with sudden sweetness. And then they go home, and they look at the smoked lamb tripe. Another violent bird. The old people are hungry. As time goes by, the skin of the leg of lamb gradually becomes burnt and shiny. It gives off a mouth-watering sheen. A feast of gluttony in the snow is about to kick off. Old Bu gave the dog a piece first. Let him taste it. Is it ripe? After confirming that there is no problem, take off the whole leg of lamb. Then I sat on the bed and enjoyed it beautifully. Take a big bite. The crust is crispy. The wind and rain of fat, and the tenderness of lean meat. Perfect fusion in the mouth. The aroma of charcoal adds to the deliciousness. Unique flavor. His mouth is full of oil. Satisfied, snooping from time to time. Then one person and one dog directly competed in the snow. The snow has stopped. Silence in the woods. Only the sound of this person enjoying the food with one punch. With the occasional tree, the approaching sounds of falling branches are intertwined. It's a warm and original winter love song. Wait until they finish eating. Night has shrouded the snowfield. One person and one dog can be hugged in this wind and snow. In the shelter, I fell asleep with the occasional sound of firewood and pippa. Waiting for Frederick. Another dawn is coming. The sanctuary of the old ministry. The core was never that wall or that cloth. It was the fire, that leg of lamb, and every sharing and interaction with Zhou He.